What's up guys, this is Valancian and I am joined with Dave Strife today and we are doing a Let's Play of Tunguska for the PlayStation 1.
Yes, unfortunately.
Most terrible, horrible, worst game we have ever played. Me and Dave have seen this intro like 5 or 6 times and we have no idea what the hell this game is about.
Yeah.
The manual mentioned something to do with the Tunguska incident which happened in Russia, which was a huge explosion which decimated miles and miles of land, but nobody really has any relation to this game at all. I don't know why they mention it, but that's the crazy developers of Take-Two.
Well, they're the publishers of it. Some company nobody's ever heard of.
Exortus.
Yes, Exortus. Right, this is the opening. It makes no sense.
So, supposedly, what you're meant to be is a criminal guy who's in jail on death row, and he's just about to be taken to the jail cell, as you can see by the guard coming to get him. The, what do you call it, Protagonist?
Yeah.
Is called Jack Riley, and, oh yeah, you should keep watching. They looked into each other's eyes like they were some sort of gay lover.
I would also like to point out at this point there is no music, apart from one annoying tune that plays every time you open a door.
Oh, and the cutscenes. If you're expecting to see cutscenes, well, you might as well take all this in, because there's only one.
No, there's three. So this one, that bit of the door opening, and the ending one.
Oh yeah,
It lasts about 10 seconds.
Mr. 12-pack, there he goes.
Yes, his character model is made so badly. He actually looks like he has a six-pack on his six-pack.
Yo dog, we heard you like abs, so we put abs on your abs so you can flex while you flex.
Once it's over, I'm going to quote directly from the back of the box.
Oh snap.
This makes a whole lot of sense.
So I'm going on the assumption here that someone, him or somebody else, killed his girlfriend. Because there you go, there's him. Oh, kissy, bang, bullet to the face. And then he's put in jail. And I'm guessing this is all like, what would you call it? Your life flashing before your eyes sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now those three symbols, the heart, the anchor and the cross, I don't know what the hell they mean. Apparently they're meant to stand for faith, hope and something else. I don't know.
I get the cross and the heart, but why an anchor?
I don't know, maybe it's strength. I don't know.
Maybe they just ran out of ideas of what they could put.
Now the only reason me and Dave can make any minor sense of what the hell went on in that cutscene is because we had to do some major research into it. Maybe, like, none of the internet has heard of this game. To me, when the first time we watched that was just a huge pile of fuck. We had no idea what that was.
I still don't quite fully understand. Anyway, yeah. Before we start this, I'm going to quote right from the back of the box, just so you can get a sort of idea of what the developers wanted you to feel while playing this.
And how wrong they went.
Join Jack Riley on his journey through another dimension as he struggles to overcome the forces of darkness and unlock the secrets of the castle under the Order of Tunguska. The action, adventures, and riddles will draw you inside this extraordinary gaming experience. Tunguska, stay alive and play for your future destiny. Fully explore this fascinating 3D world, dynamic camera movements, realistic characters, diverse fighting techniques, and an immersive and atmospheric storyline.
Now, there's only so many bits in that you can point out of the article that is wrong in every way.
I don't know what's right. In fact, it would probably be easier to list what about that was right.
Maybe the words like the,
yeah,
and
the, and, of, and castle. That's about it.
There you go. Anyway, if you hadn't played this game before, and it's the first time you play for it, you wouldn't know to go straight for that door. You're more likely to turn around and see, like, run towards the camera.
Yeah. There's only one effective move.
Ah yes, the roundhouse kick. Chuck Norris, eat your heart out. That's about pretty much as most exciting as the fighting goes.
Yeah. Other than that, I'll either be punching them in the face or jump kicking them, or occasionally nunchucking.
And that music there that you heard is the only piece throughout the entire game,
He's not exaggerating. That is the only piece of music you'll hear.
which only occurs when you either die and restart or open a door.
Dear God, this game's lagging already. Frame rate just dropped dramatically. There we go.
Bam!
That took care of him fairly quickly.
Problem is though, it may seem easy at first, but it just gets so much harder later on.
Until you get the axe. Oh.
Using anything near it, it still hit you.
I hate that bit so much.
I think those spinning blades are the only things to make this entire game difficult.
Yeah. So most of the time, I'll be stuck will be when I'm trying to get through those spinning blades,
Again and again.
or another kind of trap, which is also crappy.
Like the one where you go straight through a door, and you just get spammed into the corner and die repeatedly. And you run past the enemy.
Speaking of spamming repeatedly. There we go.
Yeah, it's quite some dynamic fighting styles there. I've seen. Yeah, pretty good.
That's where the tactical part comes in. It's you have to decide which move you've got to spam against that enemy.
Yeah.
So go!
Oh, I thought he was going to make that through for the first time ever we played this game without getting hit.
Yes, you have to get a hit at least once. Decided on that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some of those spinning blades don't stop, and you have to defeat the enemies just to get past them. Otherwise, there'd be no real reason to fight them.
Got that health pack in the first one.
Yeah, but one wouldn't need it.
I'm sure it's not too important at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I'll get on the way back. If I can get past this guy. Yeah. Barely any health left.
If any of you are wondering when this game was made, shockingly enough it was made in the year 2000 and it looks this bad.
You have to look up what other games came out that year.
Other games that came out in that year, let's have a look up on YouTube.
Go into Google, just put in 2000 in gaming.
Yeah.
Come up with a list on Wikipedia. Ah, the monk.
Anyone with
There's a
I don't even know what those monsters are. Supposedly they're forces of darkness, but I don't know.
It just like they took the designs from some kid. There we go, first statue.
Games released or invented in the year 2000. Let me see.
Right then. I'll go all the way back to the beginning where I put the statue on a pedestal. So, what other games we got?
Games like The Sims and Sims Living It Up were released in 2000. Resident Evil, Code Veronica, Resident Evil, well, Code Veronica again in Japan.
See, there you go. Coca-Cola for a game doesn't look crappy.
Exactly. Final Fantasy 9. There's quite a few actually. Rayman.
Rayman.
Tony Hawk's.
First one.
Yeah, no, the second one.
Yeah.
Pro Skater 2. And Counter-Strike for the PC.
The original? No, was it?
Yeah, the original Counter-Strike.
No, the retail version. Oh, I thought 'cause the mod was made much earlier.
Ah, right. Yeah, I mean, you can just tell by those list of games that those are pretty good games, most of them.
Yeah.
And then there's this abomination.
Dark Tunnels came out in 2000.
Oh, yeah. Thing is though, is it doesn't even have this game on this list. So it goes to show how much they tried to cover it up. It was so bad.
An incredibly obscure game.
The only website I think to moderately heard of it was maybe GameFAQ, but it had that odd guide, like One, and Giant Bomb that just has the picture of the front cover of the disc.
That was it. Haven't been able to find anything about the developers either.
I know, I think they must have probably gone out of business after finishing this off.
How obscure the game was and how little it must have sold, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this is probably the worst game I've ever played, and I've played Daikatana.
That's saying something.
I've played Human Killing Machine.
And what was it, Limbo of the Lost?
Limbo of the Lost. I haven't played that, but I've seen it. That is terrible. Pretty much totally all the assets in it are stolen from other games. Mostly Oblivion. I guess this can count as a cutscene, I guess.
I suppose, yeah.
Even though it's incredibly short and it just shows the tower spinning a bit.
And it's pixelated beyond belief.
It is.
In case any of you are wondering, what you're supposed to be doing, or what we're supposed to be doing, is running around through all these crazy mazes, fighting off these monsters, and picking up some statues, apparently, which turn this tower. Now, there's 4 pathways, and we only used, what, 3 of the pathways, and then completed the game?
The first
and
one.
we didn't even find the 3rd statue?
I don't think there is a 3rd statue. I think the developers just got lazy.
Because apparently, we're meant to be reuniting those 3 symbols that we saw of hope, strength, and faith, I think it was. But you don't even see the 3rd one. It's just nothing makes sense.
Like I said, the developers probably just got lazy. They thought, screw it, no one's going to play this anyway.
You don't even have weapons in the game that you put in that you can pick up. But they're so useless. You might as well just carry on spamming your punches and punches.
I
You'll
do.
do more damage.
The only thing that's sadly better than fist is the axe. You get that till right at the end of the game.
Or maybe a sword which you can stand at long range.
Certain enemy. There we go. There she goes.
But I mean, the first time me and Dave completed this, it took us about 2 hours to finish.
Yeah.
And that was blind, like not knowing what the hell we're doing.
Now that we do know what we're doing, it should be a lot easier.
Yeah, make it a lot less boring for you guys. The first time we did some commentary with it, but it was so bad it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Purely because for half of it we was literally just complaining about how bad the game was.
We'll try not to do that. We'll try to make some interesting talk.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot going on, so it's not exactly we'll be short of it recently.
Yeah.
With the E3 coming soon.
Yep.
With the one I'm looking forward to most would be the PlayStation press with the NGP on.
I'm quite looking forward to Nintendo, see what they got to bring with Project Cafe.
Oh yeah, Project Cafe, soon to be, well, when it's released, hopefully will be one of the most powerful games consoles released.
That's what they said. It said it's more powerful than the 360 and the PS3, and we'll get to judge that at E3, I guess, because they're going to show it.
I mean, you can even tell just by like the NGP how far that we're developing in consoles. I mean, the NGP itself is a quad-core processor. That's near enough more than an average computer.
I'd say most modern computers now are but I mean, look at the PS4. It's got a cell processor, and that requires an ungodly amount of time.
Yeah. And you've got the NGP, which, well, I'm not sure how big it will be.
I'm just hoping they know what they're doing with it, because Sony themselves don't seem to really know what the handheld market wants.
Yeah, it just seems that all they're trying to do is just get more power into a console, like more power in a smaller, compact way to carry around with you, rather than concentrating on, you know, things like the DS, which has interactivity with its touchpad.
And it has 2 screens, isn't it? Which
And it's 2 screens.
pretty much couldn't do it with most people with their tellies.